welcome back, and we are getting ready for Christmas. And my very special, talented guest is president of the Master Gardeners of Greenville, Kelly Toadvine, and she's here with all these goodies. And we're just having so much fun, and I love the little, this is old. Look at that little Christmas tree ornament. And we're saying don't throw anything away. You'll be amazed at what you have.
That's right. And amazed at what you have growing in your own garden to add to the decoration.
Now this was a wreath you had last year.
This is just a plain old artificial wreath, yes.
And then you can do whatever you want with it.
Yes, and that's what I did. I went out yesterday knowing that I would be here, and I just started picking things out of my garden.
So these are just things that you had in your own yard.
In my own yard. Here's something that a lot of people have in their herb garden. This is rosemary.
Oh, I love it.
And again, the idea of the smell. And so putting something that has some smell to it at your front door welcomes people into the house.
That's lovely.
Down in my bag of tricks here, I have, this is lavender. And I like it because of the coloring. It matches or it coordinates with this eucalyptus. So you could pull off pieces of it.
So you're saying you've got a wreath that you had last year that's just an artificial wreath.
Right.
And then you're turning it into something that's going to be quite magical.
That'll look fabulous for the whole season, yes, yes. Now, something I would tell you, some little secrets that you can do. So like you're going to have everybody over for a dinner party, you know, to celebrate the holidays, and you want to kind of make the wreath a little special. Why not consider something like this? This is camellias.
All right.
And I took them off my bush. They're budding and blooming now. Now, the secret to keeping these on a wreath for any time would be to have a nursery pick, and it's a little green cup, and it has a little rubber tip to it. You fill it up with water, and then you put it on there, and then you would place that inside of your wreath. But you know, this is a little vase, and actually I could wire that little vase right in.
You could use that.
You could use that. You just have to be careful because the water will spill out of that. But you see what I'm saying is that, you know, I just kept walking around the garden looking for things that I liked. Something I like to use is roses. Now, these are artificial roses.
I was going to say, they look real.
But they look real, don't they? But they make the coloring of roses for a holiday decoration really can be spectacular. And they give that nice, bright,
so you're just going to
pop of color. Yes, ma'am. Let me see if I can find my clippers here. And like I said, when you're working on your wreath, just keep in mind whatever your theme is. Decide before you start. Pull everything that kind of goes with the idea of that theme, whether it be red or it's light or it's frost.
You decide sort of on a color scheme.
Or yes, it can be a color or it can be an idea like we did with the nature. We had everything that was out of nature. So we can pull this out and put the roses back in. We could add now these are silk, of course. We can't get fresh magnolia in the winter time, but for a more formal look.
So you would leave the roses and the magnolia together.
Together to give me more of a formal look. Now, if we wanted to look at this, this is huge. But I thought it was really interesting because it would make, you could take all of the color things off. Yeah. You could wire this thing on, and it becomes the decoration and the bow all at one time.
Okay.
Okay. And then imagine it hanging on your front door.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's simple. I mean, you just have that one piece that makes that one statement.
This is like Plastic.
Like silk, yeah, just a silk, yeah. Just.
So it would be okay to leave it outside.
It would be fine, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Now, some of these things, according on what how your house is designed, you're only going to get one season out of it, but that's okay. If I make a great look this season, then next year gives me an excuse to start over. Yes. We mentioned.
May I put this back over here on the side? You
can. These people have lots of these things. They come in arrangements. They come on Christmas packages. They're called picks, and a lot of times they're in a cluster like this.
And don't throw them away.
No. Oh, no. Nothing should be thrown away because you just never know when you might need it. And then lots of people seem to have these berries growing in their gardens.
Yes.
This is the infamous Nandina berry. It's actually not a good plant to grow, so go ahead and pick it, use it, and throw the berries away so they don't propagate. But they do give you a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to adding color to something.
Okay.
Okay.
So you've had a basic wreath that you've had since last year.
Right.
And you just kind of fluffed it up a little bit.
That's right. And then I just continued to, I probably, if we had the time for me to just spend standing here adding to this, we probably would add greenery all the way around.
You would add more greenery to this?
Yes, because the idea is to camouflage the artificial part and make people believe that the whole wreath is fresh.
You've got your artificial from last year.
Right.
And then you would put fresh
Continue
greens
to add my fresh greens
all the way around.
All the way around, yes, yes. And most of it would be just the basic pine like we used earlier. And we could put big pieces and get them, wire them, stick them in there and get them in there.
See how easy? You make it seem so easy.
Well, it can be easy. And like I said, the idea is get a big table, lay some things out that you've collected. Here's something I found, and wouldn't it be cute to put a plant in here, a fresh plant?
All right.
I didn't bring...
Where would you put that then?
I would then hang it on my wreath, according on the design. Now, see, when I see this, I think of something a little more country looking, maybe. So I take this out, I put my wreath on,
and put the bow.
And look at the bow. Do you see? It looks like a winter scarf. So we can wire the...
So you sort of decide beforehand what your theme is. If you want to be old-fashioned, country, if you want to be elegant, you decide.
That's right. That's right. Because that's going to help you decide what goes in where. See, and I could stick just some berries and a Christmas ball in here.
Okay.
We could even wire the bird in here.
Put the bird in there. I love that. Yeah, he's home for Christmas.
He's home for Christmas.
That's neat.
So then you just kind of fluff and tuff, and you're all set. Some other helpful hints is if you have a metal door, you can't put a screw in the door. 3M hooks are wonderful.
All right.
And a neat way is to take the hook and put it on the inside of the door, up near the top, and upside down, because then you could take a ribbon like this, wrap it around, and then hang. Whoops, we lost our decoration.
Our bird here.
But we could hang our wreath like this from, and the ribbon would go up over the top of the door and then hang on the back of the door.
Okay, so the sky's the limit.
The sky is the limit.
Whatever, and I love the fact that we all have a lot of stuff.
We do.
Left over from past Christmases in boxes in the attic.
Exactly.
And you think, oh, I don't want that anymore. And you'd be surprised what you can do with it.
Well, let me show you this. Here's last year's bow, okay? I happen to like to buy the ribbon that has the wire in it. So when it gets mushed, all I have to do is spend a few minutes
And it's ready to
puffing
use.
it back out. Now, if I wanted to use the same bow, and I didn't want people thinking that I'd use the same bow, then I would go and I would get another ribbon, maybe the gold or that big gold ribbon. I would untie this and then wrap and make a new bow using some of my old and some of my new.
Well, I don't think that people remember bows from one year to the next. And if
No.
you have something really pretty, I would use it again.
Well, it's fun, and it's the bows are something that sometimes people, they'll say I can't tie a bow. Well, I can tell you a secret too. If you go to the store and you buy what I call the standard flat tie bow, if you buy 3 of them and wire them all 3 together, you'll have a thicker looking, more lush looking bow than just using the one cartoon. All right, I'm going to show you.
To use.
This is already used, but we're going to take it apart.
We don't have much time, so let's
Okay,
see
well,
what you're going to do with it.
We're going to take it apart. Will you pass me that real bright gold ribbon? Can you reach that one?
Yeah, wait a minute, because we're just about out of time, but I want people to see this.
All right,
Here.
well, we'll start it, and if we...
There we go.
They'll get the idea. Okay, so this is last year's
go.
bow, and I opened it up. All right, so I'm
There
going
we
to
are.
take...
Okay. I want to take this special time to wish you a blessed Christmas and thank you for sharing your talent with us. And she is the president of the Greenville Master Gardeners, Kelly Toadvine. And what a great, fun thing we've had. We hope we've inspired you to use some of the things you have left over to make a joyful time for your home this Christmas. Stay happy. We'll see you next time.